Imagine walking into a room, and women cannot quite figure you out. They tilt their heads. Their eyes narrow slightly as if they are trying to read you. But the script is not written in their language. There is an energy around you that feels solid and untouchable. A presence that suggests you are not another man chasing validation. You are a man who is content, centered, and mysteriously unavailable. This is where semen retention creates a paradox women are wired to notice. You are magnetic, but you are not begging for their gaze. You are powerful, but you are not starving for touch. You're disciplined, but you are not bleeding out your essence through lustful hunger. This restraint flips the entire dynamic. For the first time, they see a man who is not swayed by softness, is not trapped by curves, not pulled into the endless need to please. Instead, you stand as if the world itself cannot seduce you. In that moment, they feel you are hard to get, not because of arrogance, not because of fake aloofness, but because you have severed the invisible leash that usually pulls men into servitude. Now imagine how powerful that looks from a woman's perspective, when almost every man she meets is trying to impress, flatter, or earn her affection. Suddenly you appear as if you already have something greater, something she cannot access. That something is your seed, your energy, your mastery over desire. And before I go further, let me remind you to join our Telegram channel. The link is in the description below. That is where I share things too raw, too unfiltered, and too dangerous to post here. Make sure you are there because that is where the real brotherhood lives and breathes. Now, the strange thing about semen retention is that it alters your vibe in ways words cannot fully describe. Women sense when a man is leaking. They sense when his energy is dissipated. They sense when his attention scatters like smoke. And they sense when a man is collected. He is dense with force. When he is not lightweight but heavy with something primal. They may not be able to articulate it, but their instincts pick it up like radar. This makes them curious. Because you are not chasing. You are not performing. You're not offering your soul for a smile. That denial of validation creates hunger in them. They wonder what you are protecting. They wonder why you are not falling over them like everyone else. They wonder if you are guarding a treasure they have never touched. And this wondering turns into pursuit. They begin to test you with subtle glances, with comments, with accidental touches. They start circling around you because what is rare must be valuable. What is untouchable must be conquered. And here lies the secret. Retention makes you feel rare. Not because you speak about it, not because you brag about it, but because your very state is rare in a society addicted to instant release. While men scroll endlessly, drain endlessly, collapse endlessly into screens and fantasies, you sit back and build power. You accumulate something in silence that others spend in noise. And when you walk into the world with that power intact, women feel the difference. They may not say it, but they know it. The energy of a man who is not begging is unsettling. It makes them feel he knows something they do not. It makes them feel he is already satisfied. And the female psyche cannot resist what feels complete, because the instinct is not to mother another man. It's not to feed another child disguised as an adult. The instinct is to merge with something greater, to chase something bigger than her. And in you, she sees a mountain. She sees height. She sees a fortress, so she frames you as hard to get. Now, here is the deeper truth. Semen retention rewires not only how you appear, but how you behave unconsciously. Stop giving excessive compliments. Stop obsessively checking your phone for replies. You stop reacting to little signals. Stop measuring yourself through whether a woman wants you. And this subtle shift in behavior is noticed. Women read behavior like scripture. They know when a man is in lack. They know when a man is desperate. They know when a man is starving. And they also know when a man is full, when he does not need them to feel worthy, when he does not bend easily, when he is already centered. That knowledge flips the polarity, pulls them to you because they sense challenge. They sense mystery. They sense the sacred weight of a man who cannot be bought by attention. You must understand that women are not drawn to what is given easily. They are drawn to what seems beyond reach. This is why celebrity men, rich men, and powerful men appear attractive. But retention allows you to taste this without external status, because status is nothing but the appearance of options. And retention gives you the inner appearance of infinite options. Even if you speak to no one, your eyes say, you could take or leave. Your voice says, you do not beg. Your walk says you are sovereign. And this rattles women in a way that no scripted pickup line can achieve. Think about the times when you withheld yourself. When you were not eager. When you were silent. When you let the woman talk more. Did you notice she leaned in? Did you notice she wanted more of your validation? Did you notice she started putting in effort? This is the proof. When your seed stays with you, your energy stays with you. When your energy stays with you, your behavior stays calm. When your behavior stays calm, women feel you are not easy, and that makes you seem hard to get. No. Another layer is that semen retention changes your aura of sexuality. It is not the leaky, desperate hunger that most men radiate. It is a controlled, condensed charge that makes women curious without making them feel used. Instead of craving release, you hold the current. And this control feels like mastery. They see you as the rider, not the horse. As the captain, not the passenger. And mastery is the most seductive quality of all. For deep down, every woman wants to be conquered by a man who has conquered himself. They do not want a slave to urges. They want a master of urges. And in retention, you become that. Now consider the paradox. Though women think you are hard to get, in reality, you are simply hard to shake. They might enter your world, but they cannot manipulate you easily. They cannot distract you easily. They cannot drain you easily. You are not emotionally lightweight. You are a fortress with a gate, and women respect gates. Because without a gate, a castle has no value. Semen retention is that gate. It is that unspoken boundary that says you will not collapse for every smile. And this boundary is rare in the modern world. Rare things are chased. Rare things are preserved. Rare things are worshipped. And that is why semen retention turns you into the man women describe as different, mysterious, hard to get. When you fully embrace this path, you start to realize women chase not only your body, but your attention, your approval, your very presence, and you give it only when you choose, not when they demand. This power dynamic reshapes everything. Suddenly, you are not auditioning for her. She is auditioning for you. And that is where true masculinity breathes. Not in chasing, but in holding. Not in leaking, but in containing. It's not in begging, but in choosing. So the next time a woman looks at you with that curious hunger, understand she is not only attracted to your face, your frame, or your words. She is attracted to your unseen reservoir, to the silence in you that cannot be bought, to the completeness in you that cannot be bribed. As long as you guard that essence, you will always be framed as hard to get, as the man who is not begging, as the one who is chosen, not choosing. And that is the secret women will never openly confess. They want you most when you do not need them. So guard your essence, guard your seed, guard your throne. Because kings do not crawl, kings do not leak. Kings are chosen and remembered. And before you go, remember this channel survives because of your contribution. If you found value in what I shared, hit the thanks button below. Every contribution matters. Every contribution helps us continue bringing you this kind of raw and unfiltered truth. Your support is the fuel. And your presence here is the proof that you are not just another man in the crowd, but someone choosing to rise.